foods are really important when it comes to Indigenous people. And for our community, it's always been one of the things that helps us to know where our foundation is. And when it comes to this land in general, it's the land where we were meant to be. We have sacred sites and sacred places. I think Flagstaff has been one of those rare cities that understands that. I think that the relationships that they're building between Indigenous advocates, Indigenous voices, and city leadership, I think has been very intentional and purposeful.
It's really just a part of our culture here, preserving these historic places and natural landmarks. And it's hard to go any direction from our city without noticing our peaks, which are the tallest mountains in the state of Arizona, or seeing a road sign that directs you to Grand Canyon or Wupatki or Sunset Crater Volcano. It's all around us. We are surrounded by the world's largest ponderosa pine forests, and we are very near to 9 national parks and monuments, which makes this a very special place for people who enjoy spending time outdoors.
Flagstaff is a unique region in Arizona, and our ecosystem is incredibly fragile, but we have so much opportunity here to explore and experience the outdoors, and our quality of life is really centered around our ecosystem. Being in a community that recognizes the value and importance of a healthy outdoors, of a healthy ecosystem, and an accessible outdoors is so important to me. And I'm honored to be part of that commitment to ensure that we're protecting open spaces. The Flagstaff Urban Trails System currently has 56 miles of trail that can help individuals navigate all around the city. We see people recreating, exploring all along our trail system, and we have over 150 miles planned. The city has 5 community gardens, and what we have done, we started our community garden efforts in 2008 and looked at where there are opportunities to help our community members, support them and empower them in growing their own food and becoming more self-sustained. Allowing a space for people to be able to grow their own food is incredibly important for our sustainability commitments as well as our climate action goals. In addition to creating a space for people to garden, we provide educational series throughout the growing season. And so we really look at community garden space as a platform for self-empowerment, for sustaining oneself, for growing healthy foods. And in terms of our commitments to climate and climate action, we want to reduce the amount of food that is coming into our community. If we can reduce that footprint, even 10%, that is significant.
I've been in Flagstaff for 2 years, and the brewery scene here is very much a part of Flagstaff's identity. In fact, our slogan is building community one pint at a time. And I think that other breweries in Flagstaff have that same ethos. Here at Mother Road Brewing Company, we've done a lot of great work with reducing our environmental impact. We've added some major assets that have eliminated a lot of waste. We recycle a lot of our waste products, either as cattle feed or as compost material. And we're constantly working to drive our KPIs around water and energy down. So our empty cans come along through the top. They go down the lowerator. We're shooting ionized air into each can. That knocks any dust out of the can. We're canning here at altitude, which is very technically challenging. Flagstaff's at 7,000 feet. It's one of the reasons we have such a beautiful environment to live in, but it also makes canning very difficult. So about a year ago, we put a new canning line in, a PSA rotary machine with 20 heads. That machine reduced our loss from about 12.5% to less than 1% canning loss. That gave us an extra 400,000 cans of beer per year with the same amount of inputs. It reduced the amount of grain that we use by 50 metric tons per year. We've got some rigid sustainability goals. Scaling our production actually makes it easier to hit our initiatives, because as we grow, we're able to put more towards capital to meet those goals.
Lowell Observatory is a leader in astronomy education and research. We've been around since 1894. Working at Lowell Observatory is really special because there's so many elements of it that are unique. On the roof of this building is a dark sky planetarium. It's like a typical planetarium where you sit back and look up, but instead of seeing stars projected on the ceiling, there's no ceiling. We look at the real thing, the real dark skies. Dark skies is part of the fabric of this community, going back to the first lighting ordinance in the world in 1958. In 2001, Flagstaff was designated the world's first international dark sky city. If we're going to try to reduce our carbon footprint and pay attention to our environment, both here and above, being smart about how we use lighting is part of that equation. And it doesn't matter if you're interested in astronomy or not. When you step outside and gaze up at the sky, and you can see that band of light that's the center of the Milky Way galaxy, it gives you chills. One of my favorite things is to go to a telescope in the shadows of where Clyde Tombaugh discovered Pluto here, and look at visitors looking through a telescope and making their own discoveries. They're looking at planets themselves for the first time.
We like to think that visitation and tourism to our city can enhance the appreciation for all of these natural places. And we hope that the people who visit the city of Flagstaff and all of our national monuments and open spaces take home with them that sense that these are special places worthy of preservation.
It's a journey, and it's a journey made of many, many different steps. So you're never going to get to the end of that. You're going to get closer to where you want to be.
I think when you look at all of these things that we're doing as a community and as a city organization, it all falls under this umbrella of our quality of life, and our quality of life today and our quality of life for the future.